We have a 2001 Yukon Denali today. I'm breaking this one up into two parts because it did run kind of long. Today on What's Next Garage, we're going to be tackling a fuel leak. We're putting in new fuel lines, and then the customer wants the fuel pump changed as well. I'm gonna have to order a new leather apron anyway. So I just want the leather apron up there just in case I make any kind of sparks. And I will have a fire extinguisher really close by. You can see the plastic. Yeah, I got the plastic covering all that. All right, so the customer's okay with me cutting this in, and it looks like they have a seam here. So I may be able to just cut here and peel this up, and then cut here and peel this over. We'll see if my little razor blade knife will do the trick. Oh wow, yeah, it does. Okay, and then we don't want to hit any wires over here. So we're gonna have to, let's unclip this guy. You have to be really careful when drilling that you don't push too hard, because if you pop through, you could pop into that plastic tank. I highly recommend drilling these rivets out. Right now I am drilling just the heads off so I can peel them out. The problem is this ridge. It's a real problem, but we're gonna kink it over. Whew, there we go. So, let me tell you, hit them spot welds, because here's our system. The line from the fuel pump to the first joint on the steel lines was so rusty that just broke apart. I don't want to pull this guy all the way out. We can work on this a bit better. Oh, hey, fuel in there. That's all right, it's a fuel line, right? Okay, it's gonna dribble all down my arm, I love it. My buddy Noodle Bop tells me he always uses his sock to catch stuff like this. Right, Noodle? Huh. It's Noodle's birthday today. Happy birthday, Noodle. Too bad you can't be here helping me with this. But I do got your sock trick. What am I gonna do with this? How about we just pull this whole thing out? There, let's just pull this all out. Oh, there we go. Man. Those connectors were rusted pretty tight. All right, well, we know that we need new ones of those. Let's go see if we can get those gas lines out of there. Okay, so we have to take this guy off, and I think if you squeeze it, it should, yeah, okay, so with this one, you just had to squeeze up here, right here. It's gotta come out of, it's one of them kind of like that. Okay, so that's this guy here. So I'm gonna pretty much take this out in pieces. Just gonna cut. That's some junk. Those lines are just junk. So this whole thing is just all junk up through here. It's all rusted. Well, it's not junk, right? I mean, it works. It's a 2001. And then it goes up in there and it's probably gonna be not a lot of fun up there. So let's keep working at that. Okay, watch out for the spraying gasoline. There we go. Okay, so now we're to there. The unfortunate part is I can't cut it all apart when I go to put it back together. It's all gotta go in as one. Together. I think I'm gonna let that drip for a while. If I pull this drive shaft out, I'll be in good shape. So just making some white marks. That's actually on there pretty good. Yeah, that baby was on there pretty good. All right, okay. There we go. Now we're good to go. Now we got room galore. All I'm doing here is just working out all the push pins and disconnecting all of the wires. I don't have anywhere to put you. I'll put a picture right there. Oh, we sit there. You guys can watch. Up there. All right, let's see what we get here. Oh, did it come loose? I can't tell if it's turning. Oh, it's turning. All right, so the line set comes from the factory with a fabricated bracket that actually bolts onto a stud that's up there. So you have to get in to take that nut off so that you can free up that bracket. So the hose that's down there, it's one of these. It's just got to get pushed to the side. You just push it to the side. Once you get the hang of the fuel lines, they're pretty easy. You just have to make sure to pull all of the slack forward towards that line connection and then insert the tool. The right tool does help, pretty much. And that's what those look like in there. Big shark biters. Then this just goes in and push them down. But you have to have it all the way forward so it doesn't scrape against the lip there. All right, let's get this truck up in the air and get them out of there. And we can maybe get the new ones in. I can see why people change them whether they need them or not when they're doing the transmission. Because without the tranny in there, this will probably be a pretty swell job. Okay, I got them to pull down, but I had to bend that bracket. So they're up there like this, and I had to bend that bracket. But it came down all right. I'll have to plug these, plug that guy. I'll probably put tape over everything. That guy will be difficult to get the tape off, but you can't just jam it up there without covering that hole. That's it, that's the line set. Kind of crummy pulling it out. Because that line set runs underneath the brake controller, you have to get that bolt out. And I ended up having to grind it. Well, you can't dance and it's too wet to plow. No bones and ice cream. So, no sense that I can't just get this thing worked its way up in there. So these guys gotta go up there. So I put some, and don't ever buy this tape. Let me show you. This is Gardner Bender tape, GB. Must be a vinyl tape or something, but it's really horrible. It doesn't really stick. Obviously, I had to wrap and wrap, but I wrapped these really good, and this one kind of good. Because this one I can't see when I need to take it off. I need to get it off. And I'm also very afraid that I'm gonna have to bend this out of the way. But let's get it going. There, so I'll get a piece of hardware on it. We'll be good to go. So I put a piece of paper to hold that nut in place, and this didn't work, so I'm gonna have to put that universal joint back on. Okay, and there we go. Woo, that's nice. We got her. At this point, I've got it pretty well wrapped up. I'm just going down and attaching all of the plastic push pins where they belong and connecting all of the wires and putting the locks in place. Get that axle installed. Just making one more sweep. Everything is tight. We look good there. We're in a holder there. This is good. We fixed this a while back. This is still holding up good for him. Okay, and then up in there. All the lines look well run. Everything is in there. Holders. We're good there. Nothing's rubbing against. Got no place that looks like it would have damage from friction. Looking good up there. Nothing's hitting those lines here. We're off of the sidewall. We're not touching there. Now over there. That guy is hooked up in there. Yeah, we're good. Now I'll just get the front side of we'll get the axle in, and we'll be good to go. That's gonna do it for part one of the fuel pump fuel line replacement. Stay tuned for part two, where we'll be taking out the old fuel pump, installing the new fuel pump. I'll show you how we route those lines from the fuel pump to the first metal joint. Thanks for stopping by. Like, share, and subscribe. It is free. And as always, have a great day.